500,000 Kenya shillings. That journey starts now with Qualifier 1 beginning today. The teams that signed up for Qualifier 1 will be duking it out on 4 maps. This is the Pro Series Gaming Mobile Masters Finals. 20,000 Kenya shillings on the line today in both Battle Royale. 9 seconds. Waziju is running down the clock, but
he wins. He
the
plays
time, but he gets the snipe. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
What a way to win the game!
On the last 3 seconds. Are you kidding? As it's finally going, settling the way of the yellows. Malawi threatening exactly what everyone did not expect they do, and that's a comeback. Jones holds from the low ground,
and ex-wife watch out to snipe from a long distance. What can he do there?
Get one shot off! Oh my goodness! Can he finish the job? And to find an inch into the hill. Destroyed. Malawi hold the line. Malawi hold the line. Malawi hold the line for a comeback. Malawi hold the line for a comeback. It's 206. They come back. This is it.
I got enemies. I got enemies. Got a lot of enemies. Got a lot of people trying to drain me of my energy.
Dead.
I got it.
My goodness. The time in Nairobi, Kenya is 11:45. It is finally time to get underway for a different type of violence. That's right. For a different type of violence. Today, we're going to do Alcatraz. We're going into Alcatraz. We're going into Alcatraz, and I'll just get straight into the lobby right now. Hold on. I'm trying to confirm if these are the players who are supposed to be part of the thing. If these players are supposed to be part of this lobby. 1 second. There's some people who are requesting to join, and I'm not certain they're part of this thing. Alright, taking a look at chat real quick. Pretty slow start, but we're going straight into this. We're going straight into this. Getting straight into business for Alcatraz, as the players are a couple of them. It's already late here in Kenya or East Africa right now, and a couple of the Nairobi and Tanzanians are asleep. So we'll go with whoever we have right now. We're going with whoever we have right now. Taking a look at the lobby, we're ready to go. Let's get this show on the road. I'll send you straight into the lobby right now, guys, as we take a look. Right now, the gladiators towing the line in Team 1, Rise and Putin. Vladimir Putin. Ace, Falatoto, and Crypt. Kamikaze Kai going solo, his teammate already asleep. Mgai and Jaeger, Aaron Jaeger. Zaba from K9 and oh hell no. Gandalf. And why are you okay, I can't even say that. Tony and 4KT Mona from Tanzania. Now we're going straight into Alcatraz. This is the duos tournament. 3 games to be played throughout this special edition of Violence. Let's get this show on the road. Oh, come on. Who doesn't have Alcatraz by now? Oh. Gonna have to kick Jared. And we're going in for game 1 of Alcatraz. I am your maestro of mayhem, Eugene Abu Dhabi. This is the 10 N80 up and gunning weekly scrims. The 10 and 80 up and gunning weekly scrims as we're getting straight into Alcatraz. Hold on a sec. Waiting for these players to. I'm wondering why mine is not spectating. 1 second. Trying to check why the PC is not spectating. As we're going 12 out of 12 teams. There we go, finally. Jesus. Almost gave me a heart attack there. This is Alcatraz. We start off. Let's kick this show off. This shindig. Get this shindig on the road. Nobody jumping yet. Still early. Still early to make the jump. But the brave people, the brave soldiers have already started. All of them. This is a very thin map. Who gets the first blood? Rooftops. These two teammates have already split up, but they're both owning the rooftops. Some guys land late. Who's gonna get first blooded here? Why are you gay? Sprays! Sprays at Mona, who actually ditches early enough. Follows through, straight into the cell house. Kamikaze's up top, gives chase. He sees Kamikaze, but first blood is Ace Falatoto by Mgai. Following through, why are you gay? Takes down Putin, but third partied by Rise from behind. Gandalf sliding downstairs. The battle taking place heavily at Cell House. Gandalf, his teammate, why are you gay? Dropped. I'm feeling guilty about even saying his name there. Falatoto fresh off the revive flight there. Lessons learned. Will land far off.
Sitrep. Potential collapse detected.
Crypt.
Relocation to indicated safe zone is advised.
Not far off from Mgai here, who's playing his solo game here. Anticipating movement, sees the footsteps on the HUD. Sees the footsteps. What can he do about it? And it's Crypt on the other side. Inevitable battle coming through as Crypt choosing not to go straight to the window. But he does finally find his way. Somehow Crypt finds his way and Mgai chooses to escape the fight. Oh, Crypt versus Mgai, who gets dropped. Mgai gets dropped by Crypt. His teammate Ace coming in as the backup. And suddenly, we have a few teams left. Only 3 teams left. We're only doing 3 games of this Alcatraz, which is going quite swiftly. And in pursuit, Mona slides through. Why are you gay? Dropped by Mona. Tony, Mona's teammate, following through. Gandalf, left to play solo a solo game here. Crypt might just meet Mona there. Right outside the cell house. Sees Tony from a distance. Long shot. Tony hurt. Not enough. Finds cover, but Mona drop shot. Loses the gunfight somehow to Crypt. Situational awareness at its best.
Skill chip ready for upgrade.
The situational awareness at its best. Revive flight still at work. Gandalf's teammate, Why Are You Gay, back in the fight. Mona also joins the fray, ready for vengeance. This is a game. Tony, one tap. Lord Jehovah drops Fala Toto. Crypt comes through and drops Tony as Gandalf comes in for the third party fight, taking down Fala Toto and Tony in one foul sweep. Mona had to escape the one tap Jehovah of that HSO from the side of Gandalf. Why Are You Gay? Might just face up against Crypt now. Meanwhile, Gandalf in the same house just ditches, rather outside, by the window. Crypt facing up against. Okay, I spoke too soon. Why Are You Gay? Drops Crypt. Vengeance at its best. This is what I love about Alcatraz. People take gunfights personally. You have your chance for revenge, and Mona drops Gandalf.
Supply drop inbound. Your teammate has been killed. Only 2 teams left. Getting close to victory.
Yep, as it says, only 2 teams left. Ace Fala Toto having the misfortune of having to. Oh, I spoke too soon. His teammate Crypt back from the revive flight. There are revive flights left, so he does have backup. I was about to say he's gonna go solo against these 2 guys, Tony and Mona, but he does have the backup. They take the high ground. They have the rooftop. Fala, of course, still knee deep in cell house. Tony and company approaching that same area, holding hands. Mona goes a different direction, leaving Tony to go into the cell house on his own. Crypt up top sees the movement. But do these guys know exactly where they are? Can they tell what they're walking into? It's about to be another ambush. For one of these teams, it's an ambush. For the other, they expected Tony being sprayed by Crypt up top, but now they know where they are. Fala gives chase. He's by the stairs waiting. Sneaky man. Can he get the gunfight? Can he get the drop on these 2 guys who are just waiting down there? They know there's someone there. Mona and Tony give chase. Fala might meet the first fight. Tony slides through. HSO one tap Jehovah. Mona slides through to follow through, but not in time to rescue Tony. Tony back from the revive flight. Fala not yet. Crypt has to hold the line, and it's just too late as Tony and Mona take the win on game 1. Tony and Mona take the win on game 1. Swift. Brutal. Brutal maneuvering there. Tony with 3 kills, Mona with a whopping 7. The details all up there. Tony 3 kills, Mona 7. Highest ranking there, as the rest of the teams from the 5th position, 6th and 7th going with channel O's, no kills to their names. That's Zaba, Oh Hell Nah, Kamikaze, Putin and Rise. The rest at least sharing 3 kills, 2 kills each. Mgai playing a solo with 1 kill. Crypt 2 kills. file a total with 1 kill to his name. The winning team gets 10 kills to their belt. The winning team gets 10 kills to their belt there. Tony and Mona dominating game 1 as we get and prep in for game 2. All teams ready. All teams ready. Let me just confirm. One guy has left. Seriously? Memphis, it's not like you know who Putin is. It's not like you know who Putin is. Faraja was supposed to be in this lobby but missed. It was latecomer. The Kenyan latecomer. The Kenyan latecomer. Where is he? Oh man, these guys, they didn't check their Discord, man, for their password. They didn't check their Discord for their password. Some of the teammates, hold on. Some of the teams didn't check their Discord for their password, man.
James Ginter on the track.
Forgive me, I have to just try and make sure that some of them get their teammates here. Okay, finally. Oh, so my pattern is okay. Alright. Let's get in for game 2. We're starting game 2 now. Game 2 starting now. No, confirming if I'm gonna have to kick this guy. This guy's joining late. Most of the teams that are now the teammates are joining late. I'll just show you the lobby again. Most of the teammates joining late now. To join when you have to register, fam. Register next week. Register next week now. I'm going to have to kick this dude. I don't like to brag, but I'm definitely winning if I played. Don't brag if you're not in the lobby, man. Some of the one taps here you wouldn't survive. Let's get this show on the road. Let me see. Yes, game 2. You missed one.
Yeah. You gotta turn me up in the headphones some more. A little bit more. It's a team. Turn me up, Cruz. So many motherfucking hundreds, you gotta make it part 2.
Come on. Some of the guys joining now.
I'm not in competition with my homies, I'm whipping in competition in the boat. I knew my opposition never knew me, they wouldn't be opposition if they know me. I made the proposition to my hitters, I told them knock down.
Once again, this is Alcatraz. I am your maestro of mayhem, Eugene Abu Dhabi.
Just left his viewing and I told his mom every time that she cry we gon' slide on. I look you niggas right there in the eye and I ain't surprised you ain't ride for us. How would you
Okay,
feel?
let's get this show on the road.
How would you feel when you so lit that you can't tell if the love real? If I can't tell you nothing, I tell you how I thought feel. Then you ain't rich, nigga, your stash can pay my drug bill. Pussy, nigga, this expensive pain, pulling expensive range. Nigga got expensive chain, he got drug money.
Alright, this time we have 2 extra teams.
I got expensive shooter, he got expensive aim. You know it's loud, Uzi, that's an expensive name. I'm going hard on my back to the wall. I was like, damn, just pumping and faking, there's no way they matching me up. Who really gonna see me if we get
2 extra squads now.
I wanna get practice, I go triple platinum and they saying that was a walk. I said my rollie up to a rich mill when the kitchen with some young nigga trying to tell them how this rich shit really feel. You ain't never been in the field with them late nights off in the drill, them quick white locked in cell like Shawshank, no bitch. I was a rich nigga in prison. I was shutting up, niggas wasn't riding. I was a rich nigga on the mission. I was motivated. I was
Once again, this is the up and gunning weekly scrims. Change of pace this week as we're going in for Alcatraz. From the usual multiplayer, we're going in for Alcatraz. One tap Jehovah's, the HSO Lords, shining through this one. 9 seconds to get this show started. Gladiators towing the line on Battle Royale, the minimap. Alcatraz Game 2 begins now. The plane is in the air. Who blinks first? That's the trajectory towards parade grounds. Ooh, out in the open. The first one saw a lot of cell house, but okay. Spoke too soon. Congregation at cell house yet again. The rooftop, heavily populated, and who's spraying early? Pagan, met by Maserati. Pagan takes 2 for the price of 1. 2, 1 team completely gone already. Faraja retaliates. Early on. The Kenyan coming through in style. Latecomer knows he has to compensate for missing game 1, and third party Vulture on the rooftop. Third party Vulture on the rooftop. Faraja lethal takedown, but Pagan was not quiet. He took down a team on his own, man. Early eliminations coming early. Pagan back in the fight. Not entirely eliminated, but he's back in the fight. Spawning for a brawl. The house next to the cell house, and it's 1 taps beginning early as Dive pursues Mona. The third parties might come through, and Mona versus, oh my goodness, I did not even see that happen. 1 tap Jehovah's. This is Alcatraz. Pagan. Still in this. Being sprayed, and I can't tell by who, but his teammate, that's Dive rather, who was being sprayed. Pagan, the teammate, has come through, and Rise and Falatoto are down. Mgai is still alive, as this one is being closed out early. Oh! Mgai dropped by Dive.
System hacked. Half of the teams are eliminated.
The slide cancel warriors. coming through. The HSOs working overtime. As suddenly we find Zaba taking on Mona. Teammate Tony still alive, so Mona has a chance to come back. Not entirely eliminated, but Faraja and C725, the teammate, who's AFK right now, Faraja left alone to handle the fight. Tony waiting on the teammate, and Mona is back. Fresh off the flight. Tony seen by Dive. Dive spawning for a fight. One tap. He's hurt. Sees Mona. Long distance. Sprays to finish off the fight. Mona drops. Wait. Mona dropped. And Pagan comes through to finish. Tony escapes to try and give Mona time to come back. But that first squad there is exhausting their flights. Is exhausting their flights. RPD from a distance. Faraja. Will they pull off the upset from this dominating team? This completely dominating team. Dive and Pagan hand holding. Promax as C725 tries to spray long distance. Faraja with a flank goes poltergeist, expires, meets Dive, gunfight coming through. Faraja retreats. Ring around of roses. Pagan goes up top. Dive pursues and Faraja dropped. C725 can do nothing but watch. Full squad wipe. It's game, set and match. 2 squads left. Tony versus Mona for the vengeance. For vengeance. They jump straight into it. Mona with a message. Heads Dive. Tony against Pagan. Pagan down! Mona, Tony win the gunfight and the game too, yet again. After being completely messed up throughout the game, they clutch game 2. Alcatraz closing out really quick, but really in style. Oh my god. Oh my god. Mona and Tony. Rinse, repeat. Rinse, repeat. Surprisingly, they're not the ones with the highest number of kills. Surprisingly, not the ones with the highest number of kills right now. Because Pagan and Dive have 8 kills on their belt. They came in late, but they got the kill. Faraja got 1 to his name coming in late, but started off early. As we go in for the final game. Final game in 2 minutes. Final game in 2 minutes. This one will close out quickly. This one will close out quickly, fam. The final game now in 2 minutes. As some squads seem to have fallen out and given up. They fell off and gave up. Final game, 2 minutes. One minute left. One minute left for the final game to get started. Alcatraz closing out quick. Your money's on Pagan next game. Is Pagan still in the lobby even? No, they're not. They left prematurely. Pagan is not in the game right now. They left in a hurry. And we're starting now. These ones are going quick. The only teams left, and we're just gonna get this one over with. Pagan left Memphis. Pagan left. I don't think they read the instructions, because all the teams knew you're playing 3 matches. I think now we only have 4 teams on this map.
System hacked.
As we're about to get this show started. How do you choke that? That's the real question. How they choked that one. Pagan and company had control of that game, the entire game. And somehow Mona and Tony,
Alcatraz. The match is about to start.
predators at their best, as we go in for game number 3, the final game of the evening of this series. Let's get this show on the road. The plane has taken off. Where do we start? The jumpers coming in early. This time spread out, actually. Pretty spread out, as Mona and Tony take the rooftop. Faraja makes the mistake of following through. I don't know if it's a mistake, but he's getting sprayed and he might regret it. He falls off that rooftop. They split up with his teammate, C725. No first blood as of yet, but he's about to meet Tony. Whether he likes it or not, has he looted, ready or not, here they come. He sees Tony. First gunfight of the final game. Maddox. Versus what looks like an AK. Mona going in for the flank. Sprayed by C7. C7 dropped, unfortunately.
Down to the last 5 teams.
Caught with his back turned at the wrong time. Faraja will have to survive to allow him time to come on the revive flight. Jaeger and Guy still not hand holding. Oh, they are. They're now following suit. They're now following each other. Rise now playing his solo game here. Far off, just gathering loot. Jaeger. Guy sees Mona. Tries to spray from a distance. Hurts him a bit. Mona tries to return fire. Guy ditches just in time. Jaeger sees him. Comes in for the support. But Tony comes through straight for the gunfight. Brazen move from Tony. Goes through. Dropped. What was he thinking? Surely he didn't think he was going to take both of them down. And Mona
Your teammate is
chooses just to observe. No rash movements there. Zaba and hell nah. Can they finally jump into the fray? Can they finally register something? Faraja and C7, they reconnect. Tony goes up high. Sees Zaba and hell no. Will he make the move? Will he dare do it? Mona sees Jaeger, drops Jaeger, long distance. Mgai, next victim, forced into the fight, takes his pumped high, might regret exposing himself, he's hurt, he sneezes, he's gone, tries to escape and turns the table around with a KRM! He turned that one around, reverse Uno on Mona. Tony now going through for the rescue. Can he do it just in time? Mgai escapes. Oh my goodness, he had them. He had the drop on them, but now he might rescue Mona. Oh my gosh. Mgai, what are you doing, man? You had the drop on them and he might regret that. He just might regret that. Now he faces a 2v1. Tony dropped. Mgai dropped by Mona in return. Mgai and Jaeger dropped. Oh my word. Dropped by Mgai's indecisiveness. His indecisiveness cost the team there. He had the drop. Zaba. And oh hell nah. Oh hell no. Kenyan on Kenyan violence there. Faraja takes cover. Goes behind the wall. Oh hell nah. Meets Faraja. Slide cancel. Going through. Sprays and prays on that Odin. And Faraja wins the gunfight. As oh hell no comes swiftly back into the fight. Fresh off the revive flight. Dropped Faraja in return by Mona. And C7 killed off, eliminating the Kenyan team overall. That Kenyan team completely out of it now. Only one Kenyan team left, and that's being held together by Zaba and Oh Hell Nah. Tony and Mona, the Tanzanians, holding steady, rooftop to rooftop. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. That's Mona's movement there. Rise, E-Girl. All alone in cell house. Slow movement, clearing like an actual SWAT team. She looks like she's clearing her corners. No kills registered for her yet. Careful on the movement. Zaba, on the other hand, hand holding with Tony for the final grasp on this Alcatraz map. Final 3 teams on this Alcatraz map. Rise being pursued by Mona.
Only 2 teams left.
Mona drops Rise E-Girl. Now it's 2-on-2. The Kenyans versus the Tanzanians. Tony and Mona split up. Mona on the rooftop. Tony still down below. Can Zaba and Helna capitalize on this one? No, they can't. They're too far off. I wonder what they're thinking now. I genuinely wonder what they're thinking now. They're too far out for this gunfight, but the zone will force them together either way. The zone will force all of them together. Rise is handling herself better. She handled herself better than we thought, but spoke too soon. She got eliminated. Hard to handle yourself when everyone is moving so erratically. And finally a gunfight being forced through as Mona goes in brazenly. Tony comes through with a flank. Tony drops Zaba as Mona comes through and finishes off Oh Hell Nah for another rinse repeat complete domination of all the games. All the games. Don't scratch your eyes, you just saw that. Game 1, Game 2, Game 3, Game 1, Game 2, Game 3, going the way of Mona and Tony. Rinse, repeat. Rinse, repeat. With 10 kills this time round. Zaba and Helno take position 2, but with no kills to their name. Rise, 0 kills. Faraja again trying to carry, gets 1 kill on the board. Mgai 1 kill for Jaeger. Top team 10 kills. Punishment at its best. Looking like BDSM at this point. Bringing to an end swiftly the activities tonight. Bringing to an end the activities tonight on Alcatraz, the up and gunning weekly scrims. We'll catch you tomorrow for the next ones. Tomorrow we do this again. We do this again tomorrow. Have a good one, guys.